guess another question I want to ask is more so the transition part. When did you start recognizing the transition between you from being the not more so well, I guess saying the young Mia to the woman Mia, the childhood Mia versus the woman Mia. When did you start recognizing the change of coming out of the stage you were as a young woman, a young adult, to being the full woman that you are?
Trauma. I am not trauma because life forced me into that position.
Yeah.
I didn't want it. Fuck no. I did not want that shit. My daddy died when I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
19. And on top of that, I found him. Um, After that whole situation, after we done buried him, and then we had to get into it with some people, like just the whole thing. It threw me in a position of one of my foundations is gone. And I didn't understand who I was. I was talking to
Hmm.
I was talking to Kaya about this literally last night. And I told her, I said, you have a problem with being alone. I was like, when
Hmm.
my dad passed away, I literally had to sit in a room, a dark room, and literally ask myself questions on why I like certain things. I would literally sit there and be like, okay, I like the color red. Why do I like the color red? What is it about the color red that I like? Or I used to look in the mirror and be like, you're pretty. Why are you pretty? Because you're just pretty. Like I had to literally rebuild
Yourself.
my mental, but it didn't help because of my environment and what was happening. So
Hmm.
um I had to be the person who was watching my brother because my brother was very suicidal. Mommy was having panic attacks in the middle of her sleep to the point where she wouldn't stop breathing unless I would come and hold her, type shit. Um and at this time I was numb as fuck. I would stay up all night, clock like round clock, high as shit. I would sleep during the day and then I'll be up during the night. I would clean the whole house during the night, and then depression hit me like a bulldozer. Depression hit me so bad, bro. I didn't want to eat. All I wanted to do was smoke. That's it. I just wanted to smoke and drink. That's it. Trauma hooked me into that because then I had to. A year later, I got out of it and I started to be on my shit. Because at that point, I was just like, my childhood's gone. I can't be that childish person anymore. I can't be that person where I felt like I couldn't make mistakes because now I
Mm.
have people depending on me in a way that they never depended on me before.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you feel like that was an expectation set on you, or
Mm-hmm.
did you set that for yourself?
I say both. I say both because number one, Timmy was 15.
Right.
I did not want him to have to carry the burden
And
of
just starting high school
right
for
and just
real.
starting high school and trying to, you feel me? So like, I did not want that to be his reality.
Hmm.
And mommy, they were together for 20 years.
That's all she
So
knew.
that's all she knew. That was her adult life.
No, for real.
So she was
Yeah, adult
also
life.
trying to relearn what the fuck.
Well, who she is and
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
So not only I think it was an expectation because I had hella people call me, like people from out of town, like from Georgia, Pittsburgh, people calling me like, well, you need to handle the household. You need to stand up for your people. Like, I know it's hard for you, but you need to do this. You need to do like people was calling me, telling me this.
That
People was
must have been
coming
a lot.
and huh?
That must have been a lot. I
It
feel
was.
bad.
And even people came over and told me this. Like people was like, you need to make sure the house is clean. You need to make sure that this. You need to make sure that. And one of the
Damn.
biggest things that pisses me off about everything is that everybody thought that I was fine because I had mommy and Gecko and people like that. And everybody was so tore up because Timmy did not have a father figure outside of Papa and Uncle Jay and all these
Hmm.
people. And I sat there and I was like, y'all think that I'm cool because I got all these females around me, but y'all don't understand that I literally just lost my first love.
Exactly.
I still need a father figure in my life. It was Papa. It was Papa. It was Uncle Jay too.
Now,
And even to this day, even to you know what's crazy? Even to this day, my mom will still sit there and be like, "I asked my cousins to stick up for my son, and nobody stuck up for him." And I was sitting there, I'm like, "And y'all forgot about me the whole time."
man, we gonna eat y'all up in the next episode. I don't care what nobody says. I wasn't even there for my sis. Me and my sis went through a hard time. We had a little rough patch.
We did.
We'll talk about that later in some episodes, whatever. But going through that rough patch and hearing her what she had to go through, and then also me remembering what I went through during that time. I couldn't get off of work to go to her dad's funeral. Working at Bum Dollar General, not calling it a Bum Dollar General. I more so say the manager. Just the way how he was doing things, you could tell he was still in the kid like mindset where things needed to be done for him, and not as a team. So that right there kind of just wow. So let me ask you this then. Just hearing you talk about that, when did God present himself to you again?
Mm.
I had to ask.
When King came around, me and King met in 2021, in July of 2021. And I don't know what was going on in my brain at this time. I was hoeing. I ain't gonna hold you.
You was feeling voids?
Yeah. I was just trying to feel something. Cause mind you, like I was trying to feel something and it just wasn't working until my sneaky link came around and I was fucking with him. But like he was asking me what you doing every 5 minutes. Like I was not fucking with that. I just wanted him for dick. That's it. He couldn't even eat it good. Like I just wanted him for dick. That was it. I even snuck him in the house. Timmy helped me
Oh
sneak
yeah, I
him
remember
in.
that. I remember you
Yes.
was telling me that. That was
Yes.
crazy.
But like it was a whole like
Damn.
it wasn't until King came around because King was at the time that I met him, he was still broken up over Liza because she had just left him like the year prior. And it was a lot going on, but he was broken up over that. And so we started talking. We became best of fucking friends, like best friends. Y'all like you could see how me and him was, but you could also tell like it was something else there. But you could tell that we was vibing real good.
No, for real, yeah.
So I think that's when God kind of showed up because he was like, "You're not hopeless. You can still help somebody." And I kind of think that's where King was one of my lessons in because you can still help somebody. Because I definitely, and you can bring stuff out of people.
For sure.
Because one of my biggest things that I had to preach, especially after he passed away, was he was not doing music before he met me. He was like singing.
He wasn't serious.
Right, he wasn't
as serious
Yeah.
as when y'all
Mm-hmm.
y'all was literally booking events, shows, and recording.
Oh, I love being an artist manager. I just have this feeling where it's like not necessarily that I want to recreate that chemistry, but I want to have that chemistry with somebody without the romantic feelings, please.
It's okay. You gotta set that boundary. Because even Jesus had boundaries. You just gotta set that boundary.
Bro, please, just like, do y'all understand that my nigga will kill y'all? Please.
Yeah, especially mine. That's why I don't even give no man no time of day, no attention, no nothing. Be like, hey, shawty, nope, didn't even hear it. Nope, just shawty, nope, nope, because I'm trying to save your life. I don't know what this man's gonna do.
Bro.
I don't know what he's gonna say. It just takes him to say one thing, or he'll be like me, just come around the block.
That's why I can't. But definitely with King because he definitely showed me. It was almost as if like God was working through King, and he was showing me like he was bringing stuff out in me that
That's
I
so
didn't.
crazy because
like,
I was about to correlate how his name is King and how the Lord said, yeah.
Mind you, he named himself after Hawaiian rolls.
He named himself.
Yes.
After the Hawaiian rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say they slap.
But yeah, that he definitely brought some stuff out of me that I didn't understand that I had. So like he brought the leadership out of me. Like I knew I was born to be a leader, but I have like the social anxiety and like the stuff that I battle with, I'm like, no, I'm not ready to be a leader until it came to me being an artist manager and me taking charge and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, However, year 2 of our relationship is when God started showing me what I idolized. And then started showing me some of the patterns that I had, some of the patterns that he had, and then also some of the patterns that was in the people that I was living with.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, King was bringing up shit that we dealing with right now.
It was so crazy because that was literally one of the first things we talked about when we all kind of like clicked back together.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things that we first talked about, and it wasn't as loud as it is now, where
Mm-hmm.
the ring was in our ear, but it's not, but
Yeah.
now it's like, yeah, like hello, hello, like,
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I'm about to go crazy. He know I'm about to go crazy. But I hate that. Just because I tell you something about somebody else and their perspective, that don't give you it. You have the right. Don't get me wrong. That don't still give you the right to try and follow me. It feel like you're being a follower now. You just, oh, well, I don't like them, so I'm not gonna like you. Oh, so you're gonna jump off the bridge? They jump off the bridge. Okay, cool. I don't like that. I don't do that no more. I don't jig with that no more. I
But
don't like
that's
just because that's like, oh, well, I ain't messing with so and so. You don't mess with so and so because you don't like yourself or you're not dealing with what you're dealing with. I like so and so because they're doing ABC 1 2 3 just as that aligns with me. We ain't gonna talk about that
that's how it is. That's why when it comes to Caitlyn, I can't tell her certain shit because
though. She'll go
Caitlyn,
off.
no, not even that, but Caitlyn motherfucking shit. She don't. Caitlyn did not like King at all from the time
Oh
that
yeah, I
I
know that.
told
Oh, I for
her
sure know that. Yeah.
because it was the time that I found out about Liza and the kids. I was already a year deep
Yeah.
in.
Oh yeah, I remember that because I remember when I came over and you was like, bro, he got kids. And I was
Yes,
like, and then you
yes,
like, I'd like to do, I can't really tell them what we be doing. But
yeah.
when you be,
Mhm,
well
mhm.
no, y'all do it anyway. When you investigate and you go look.
I'm
Not
talking
saying
about.
that you're going to look for anything, but you just wanna
I found
kind
the
of know
wedding
who you're messing with.
photos. I found the kids' pictures. And I saw this little girl who has his eyes who looks just like him. And I remember texting him like, hey, you got a baby? And he was like, yeah, casually.
Yeah.
We pulled up to his house. Caitlyn in the seat talking about some she playing I Don't Fuck With You by Big Sean. While me and him are trying to have a conversation. I'm like, bro, please. Like she's from that point, she did not like him. When I found that out, she did not like him. The whole relationship, she did not like him at all. Mm-mm.
But see, that's different because that, like, that could hurt you not knowing, not knowing, oh, like, I feel like that's something that, not saying it should be said right away, but before it even get to that level, hey, I do want to let you know, I had to process how to tell you, but I do have kids, but
Yeah.
at the same time, we can't discredit him because he may not know how to say that
Oh,
at the
100%.
time.
He gave me this whole thing about like being in the military and how certain things are fatal if you tell certain people.
And
And
so
I
he
said,
probably still carried with that same
true,
mindset.
but also at the same time, this is on your Facebook page.
Well, that's very true too. Yeah, yeah. So I can't really say nothing. There's the evidence is there. The proof is in the
Sir.
pudding.
But again, that's when God was showing me like a lot of stuff. So like he
Mm.
was a really big hypocrite about certain shit. So like he would be like, um, well, I don't like when we first started. Well, I don't like females who run to social media after an argument.
But be the first one to run on social
Not
media.
only is it the first one to roll the social media, run the social media before you even tell me what the fuck you're mad at. Huh? Like one instinctive argument we had is I had went through his phone and I was looking at the messages between him and Eliza because something just like
Told you to just look.
yeah, something wasn't clicking for me. And I'm like skimming through the message. I'm not really reading them. I'm
Yeah,
skimming
right,
through them.
right.
And I remember texting you on Snapchat. And I'm like, hey, am I crazy? Because as my
Yes,
sister,
you definitely did. I
yes,
remember that.
as my sister, as my best friend, I'm like, she's gonna tell me if I'm tripping because I'm
Yeah.
in the situation. So I'm gonna
Cause I
automatically
don't think
think.
I said you was tripping at all.
No, you said just I talked to him about it.
Exactly.
So literally the next morning, he first of all, not even the next morning, nigga, he hides my phone. That's what I immediately, not at that time, but hindsight, he hid my phone because that night I was looking for my phone. It was not in the same place that I usually put it at. He turned off that bitch and hid it. Because I even told him to call my shit and he just stood there. So he hit my phone
Why you think he hid your
to
phone?
look through it the next morning because he got up
That's
OD
still
early.
retarded.
Nigga, like
That ain't clicking with me right now, but go ahead.
he hit my phone to look through it the next morning, so I wouldn't like understand that he was looking through it.
Mm.
Bro, he looked through our messages, and then I'm just waking up. It's 8 o'clock. I don't even wake up at 8 o'clock. But at this point, we're sleeping on the floor. I have PCOS. I can feel my ovaries. This shit
Ain't
is
working.
it's not
Yeah.
working. Mind you, we didn't get a bed until literally 2 weeks before he passed away. That's when we finally got a bed. Yeah. So um he goes downstairs. I'm going downstairs. I'm like, hey, good morning, what's going on? He walks past me, throws my bed on the fucking thing, walks past me, goes to Instagram talking about can't trust nobody, this and the third. So then he comes back to that. First of all, he leaves the house. He was good for this. Like God was showing me that he's good for leaving situations. He's good for running away. So he left the house, came back, and I'm sitting there I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? He was like, you were talking, you looked at my phone, and then you're gonna go call, talk to this person I don't know. I'm like, bro, that's my sister. I literally been with her since 2003.
You don't go seek advice from somebody else. Okay.
Pedro, also Pedro, if you read this, so Pedro was King's best friend.
Right. I
He's
remember
now
that.
Tavis's best friend.
Okay, period. Okay, we like that. We like that.
um, but like it was a whole thing. We was arguing in the kitchen, and I told him, I'm like, bro, if you want to leave, go ahead. That's literally what I told him. I was like, because you're telling me that you lost trust in me whole time. You have a best friend that you talk to all the fucking time. You ask people for advice all the fucking time, but God forbid that I do it. Which goes back to me saying, y'all niggas cannot take we all dish out.
Excuse me, it ain't even that. It's just a simple. Well, it is just that, but it's also at the same time. Oh, well, my feelings hurt. But what about the reaction that caused those feelings? We don't think about the cause and effect or the domino effect, though.
Yeah, y'all don't know what cause and effect is. I feel like y'all need to go back to second grade, third grade, because I feel like cause and effect be under. Because I worked on the reaction. I worked on calming down. I
Yeah, I have
worked
to,
on like
definitely.
not starting shit just because I'm feeling some
Mm-hmm.
type of way,
Exactly.
But if I pop off on your ass, if I start like literally raising my voice and stuff like that, you call something. Or if I stop talking to you altogether, you call something.
Yeah, I'm good for ghosting.
You call something. And instead of looking at what you did, it's automatically I'm going to look at the reaction. Maybe I don't give a fuck.
Don't nobody be thinking about that. They don't be really caring to think about that.
I'm so quick to not give a fuck. I'm so quick to not care, bro.
Man, listen. Because it just, I don't know, though. Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So so what was so before you got pregnant, what was one of the biggest things that God showed you that he was like that helped you stay with him, if that makes sense?
Preparing me. I knew, I don't know about y'all, but like I said, that discernment here is something different. But understanding that, trying to think of where was I even at? Okay, during the time working two jobs. This is before I'm pregnant, so this is like the end of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Working two jobs, working at Target and working out there as a home health
Mm-hmm.
aide. Then I'm sitting up there in school for medical billing and coding.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the same time, my car done broke down, so I'm just And I finally had to understand because before that time, I was praying and doing what I was supposed to be doing. Then, of course, I let other things get in the way
Mm.
of our relationship and our time. But then realizing like God taking all these things away because your focus not on me. You idolizing, you doing
Mm.
ABC 1 2 3. You stop talking to me. So it got to the point where once I got done with everything in school and stuff, once I graduated, literally that next in 2024, January, February, I'm doing nothing but talking to my parents, talking to DJ, talking to his mom, is talking to everybody and letting them know where they may have been wrong as a parent. Not saying that they were wrong, how it was done and executed was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Where letting my mom know because I literally made Pops cry in the car. He picked me up from Target and we having a good conversation. I made him cry on the freeway.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna lie, that was my proudest moment. At that time, that was my proudest moment. I like making people cry, rather that's good, bad. I'm trying to get the bad up out of me, but good wise, it's starting to seem like it's coming. But it's like, remember having that conversation with Pops and we're talking, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember he tried to flip it on me talking about accountability, but I'm like, Pops, everything is a two-way street. Accountability is a two-way street. You have to remember what was the cause of that reaction for you to do what you did or say what you said. Also, how did
Mm-hmm.
you talk to me? How did you approach me? That's another thing that nobody wants to talk about. So it was like you have to be a person and good human being, parent, all of that. You have to learn to deal with people, talk with people a certain way, understanding that people, people reciprocate things different. And I had to keep telling Pops that, like, I'm not you. Like, you can't, like, I get it because as a parent, you want to live your life through your kids, but I feel like that's wrong because at the end of the day, don't you have your own individuality? What about me? I still have to do,
Mm-hmm.
just as the biggest job as a parent, you have to know that child just like that child is trying to get to know them. And I'm still trying to get to know me.
You can't live your life through your child. You cannot live your life through your child after you already lived your life.
Yeah, don't just because you messed up don't mean I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna have my own mess up. Let me
And
make my own mess ups.
your mess up, huh,
It's not the
is not
same
the same as
as
our mess
yours.
up. Anyway, we gonna get to that.
So even to the point, I remember Pops was talking to my mom and calling her,
Mm.
and so my mom was like, literally came to my door. I forgot what I was doing. One day I was talking, and so she literally was like, "Well, can you tell me what's wrong with me?" And I'm like, Mom, it's nothing wrong with you. I said, but you have to be more open to communication. Where sometimes I can't tell if my mom's approachable or not. And I have that problem as well, where people be like, oh, well, you look mad or something like that, where I could probably just be sitting here thinking, or I
Mm.
could be doing something that I kind of got my focus on, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But not realizing, like, oh, like you have to be approachable, you know what I'm saying? And I told my mom that, like, you have to be approachable. Like, I get it because you're tired and, you exhausted but at the end of the day, you don't know as much as I need that conversation, you need that conversation for the
Mm-hmm.
inner child in you to heal. Now, that's the biggest thing that I've learned, especially with interacting with my mom now. You know what I'm saying? Where, like I said, the Lord was preparing me. So it started with my circle, it started
Mm-hmm.
with talking to everybody, even to the point of talking to my dad. And talking with dad, it was more so me and dad set the foundation for our relationship. Where before, when I was younger, it was just the money, it was the drugs, it was the liquor. You know what I'm saying? I'm going over there kicking it, and
Oh yes, I remember that.
I went in on my first date over there. My mom was mad at me for that, and even I mean, now that I'm a little older, I get it and understand. But at the same time, it goes back to why I didn't tell her because you're not approachable.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't leave that room for community. I didn't feel safe. It wasn't no safe space to come and really, hey, mom, like I'm going on a date and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
was just, I'm cool.
Also understand that just because you're a parent doesn't mean you offer a safe space for your child.
Grandparents included.
And also understand that it's okay, but you have to be able to receive why you are not safe at that point in time.
Nah, for real.
But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all just want to be about me, and not understand that it's also You feel me? It's me, and my feelings and what I want to do, and but you're not hearing about the shit that everybody else has towards you. But I digress. Oh,
True.
and roping in motherfuckers to
Yeah, see, now that was my thing, because even to the point with Nene, like, I love her, but don't get me wrong, it's still some correction needed for you. I love my elders and I respect them in every which way, but it's certain things in life that I go through that you have no clue, that you didn't know about, just as I don't know about them. But at the same time, I'm going down a different path, and you know what I'm saying? You did too, but don't try to basically down me like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm better than you, and da, da, da. Like, I don't like that, because at the end of the day, we're both here for a purpose. We're both here to do something and to change the world. But don't sit there and try to downplay me and talk to me crazy, and I don't do that.
Or I, you know what I hate what the elders say, bro? When they be like, "Oh, you too young to be tired." Girl, get the fuck off.
You know what? So I remember my grandma called me a baby last week, and I just kind of looked at her, and I'm like, yeah, because in your eyes, that's how you see me. But how I act and how I walk, you know for a fact, it's more of an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally an adult woman.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
For people to say that, I just be looking at them like,
I don't even be feeling no type of way, because you talking about you. You talking about you. You ain't talking about me. I get it, because I'm young and this and the third, but at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know what I do, who I am. You can't tell me no different. You not God, so you can't tell me no different. You don't know what me and him talk about. You don't know what me and him do. So you can't, whatever you say, I'ma just, okay, I might give you a hug, whatever. But at the end of the day, I know who I am and I know where I stand. That's just my heart. Oh, that made me feel heavier. Oh, I mean, not heavy.
lighter.
Yeah, it made me feel lighter. Gosh. But okay, going back to the original question. More so, like I said, preparing, talking to everybody, and then even to the point, seeing how I'm doing with work. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally that whole year, oh, I had no job. 2024, had no job, had no nothing. I had to go through a season to lean on God before I had this baby, to do a rebirth. I had to rebirth myself, not just birthing out a baby. I'm birthing me, honey. I'm birthing into mom world. I'm birthing into a whole new woman. I'm birthing into, yeah, you used to do what you want to do and da da da. But it's time for you to slow down. It's time for you to do slow is pro, and it's time for you to realize that you're bringing in a whole new light. You're bringing in a whole new, like, literally going through pregnancy, and people don't talk about it enough, is you heal, you sit there and discover things, bro. I was reading the whole time I was pregnant. I read Sarah Jake Roberts.
Yes.
What was the book? Woman.
Was it the Woman's Evolved?
Yes, Woman's Evolved. I read that book, and every time she had questions, I wrote. Bro, I will never forget the first chapter. I wrote 3 pages, y'all, no bull. Wrote 3 pages of my childhood and my life, and talking about how it was an expectation on me, how it was a simple fact, like I couldn't really mess up and do this and do that, or I would get whoopings just because. I don't care what nobody say. As a parent, for me, as a parent, just because you have anger and you don't have patience, I'm judging by the fruit. You don't have no patience. There is no real love. It's not unconditional. It is conditional love. And sitting there realizing I'm idolizing this money because that's what I was taught. Idolizing the clothes and shoes that I wear because I have to look good, because guess what? I'm stepping out and I'm representing you. What about God? How does that look?
Oh, stepping out and that brought up
So it
some
was just like,
memories.
for me, realizing and seeing the environment, it was like, dang, wait a minute. Like, I didn't realize what I really went through until I sat and wrote all that I've been through, even to the point where I'm in high school and this dude here, he want to throw himself on me, but I don't want him. I want his friend. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all there. I don't want him, but I want his friend. And guess what? I got his friend. That I'm just being transparent, because that's just what it is. But at the end of the day, it made me just realize, like, you did this because of the environment. You did this to fill a void. You didn't know how to go to God or present yourself to God because guess what? None of the leaders, the adults, the parents did not show that. Or even to the point, if they did show it, I wasn't there. I was always doing
They,
something else.
bro, the our parents, I've always said this, but they never described, like, even the elders, nobody described having a relationship with God.
Yeah, like
Nobody
what does that
described,
look like? And then like I've
yeah.
never seen you do it. Or if I seen you do it, that was younger me. What about right now when I'm going through this hard time? Like, yes,
Yeah.
I get it. Even senior year, like, oh, we going to prom, we doing this, we doing that. But what about that time for God to come in and do what He supposed to do? What
What
does
is,
that look like?
yeah. And
But
what is discernment?
you know what? I can't.
What
The
is
only
not
thing is,
moving off of just the feelings that God may put in you?
no, see, that's
What's the
yeah,
discernment of discerning the feelings?
exactly, exactly.
What do
Cause
you mean that you have to cross reference the Bible? What do you mean that there's different versions of the Bible? Like, what do you
Cause
mean
all I knew
that?
was NIV and King James.
All I knew was King James. I didn't even know about NIV, bro. You know what's crazy? I didn't know about NIV until 2023.
Oh dang.
Because that's when Grandma Vaughn had passed away.
Mm.
And she had an NIV Bible, and Gecko had brought it over to let me look at it a little bit. I was like, NIV? There's an NIV? Like, I knew about certain ones, like I knew about the Message, I knew about
Right.
CSB, but I didn't
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think the
like,
only way I knew about CSB was because of you.
oh,
No, for real.
I love
I'm gonna tell
CSB.
you that right now.
I love
CSB is only
CSB.
because of you.
But I also like NASB too, which is New American Standard Bible, because that also helps break it down a little bit more too.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to listen to that version then. That's
But
going on.
why wasn't this presented to us?
I
Y'all
feel
wanted
like
us in church so bad, but didn't present what church actually meant biblical wise.
okay, but here we go. Not giving y'all no excuse. Definitely ain't giving y'all no excuse. But I feel like now that I'm an adult, I see where life get in the way. Letting, let me not say that. Letting life get in. But literally sitting up there
I
and
want
kind
to
of
come in
just.
here and be like, girl, it's
I know
1
you.
o'clock.
So I got two more questions.
Okay.
I said them out. But literally for real, just going through that time period of realizing like one working, one doing this, one doing that, and I literally relied on God. Where God literally sat me down. Okay, is we gonna work? Or are you gonna do the work?
Yeah.
And you know what? I answered that phone call. The Lord was like, "You better answer it." It said the Lord, and I said, "Hello." Okay, that we going to work.
Honestly, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what you about to say? I don't understand how somebody coming through my phone and saying, okay, good question. What does it mean living a fantastic, faithful day in real
Living
life?
in real life, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna be very transparent. So this week was an off week for me. I wasn't in my Bible the way that I was usually in my Bible. I didn't cross reference the way I wanted to cross reference. I didn't even go to group. Yesterday was my only day going to group this week. Yes, like I didn't do the stuff that I usually would do. Half of it.
Where my mom gave the idea, the group gave the idea of doing an offering for Terrence because he doesn't have a job. God told him to quit his job, and I thought about you so bad. But he now has like $200-300 from that, and I think we're giving it to him tomorrow. In group. That's so dope. I'm so mad I couldn't be at work. I want to see it. I wanna see that. I wanna see that testimony. I wanna be there for that testimony just because that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Just especially having it on your heart to be it.
Yeah. Oh, now I gotta go to group tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah.
I gotta go to group tomorrow. And if I had something to give, I would, but I only got $1 right now.
I said I'm at least give $5. I gotta give something, just something.
Mind you. I listen. This is another reason why my week was so bad, bro. My period made me. I did not understand because I was on my. Listen. You don't know how much you hold in until you bubble over, or you're a female, and once a month your hormones get fucked. That's how it was this week. I did not understand how much I was holding in until my emotions and my hormones literally was just like, no, we're gonna fuck you right now. Cause I'm usually cool.
Yeah,
Because
that
like
makes sense though. I never thought of it like that. And that makes sense because usually I have my cycles and I'll be like, I'm cool. I'm chilling. Like, I don't want to worry about anything. But then the other times when I'm like, man, I'm tired. I don't care. I'm cool.
bro,
Like,
this week I was crying nonstop, bro. Like I was
it's
crying
not me
about
the
everything.
past 2 weeks.
I've been doing that for the past couple days. Like I'll be having cramps. My cramps was horrible.
Yeah.
Like on that first day, I get it, but the second and third day,
Oh yeah.
my cramps was horrible. That's why last night I literally slept from 2 p.m. to basically 7 p.m. That's why I didn't get the podcast done as much as I wanted to. Also because my internet was fucked. But that's also why I didn't get the podcast. Cause I was like, bro, I'm sleepy, I'm tired. But a lot of the stuff that I've been holding in came out. So like again, when I quit my job, I had 14 to $1,500. I have $1 in my account. Mind you, I quit basically at the end of February. It is the third week in March. Or the second week in March. $1,500? And again, that's just not just me. And I'm not even gonna say like it's anybody's fault. But I have bad habits. He has bad habits. We both have bad habits that actually complement each other. So that's terrible. But when I say that I was beating my ass, bro, I was beating my own ass about it. Because I really sat there. I was like, bro, we were this close. Because I had the deposit.
But that means you could do it. God wants to see if you could do it. If you was willing to go there. I mean, you did it. You passed the first part of the test.
It's just maintaining it.
And that's okay though, but you know how to do it.
But then on top of that, what am I supposed to do? Like all these things. I was like, what am I supposed to do for work? How am I supposed to get a job? You feel me? I know I'm in and then on top of that, it goes back to I'm in the season of not having a job. Okay, but what the fuck is this nigga doing? Because because I didn't told this nigga to do this. I didn't told this nigga to do that. I didn't told this nigga to do this. Help me, please. Because I can handle the financial if you bring.
I'm sorry, I'm doing sign language now. Like I'm with Dane. Help. Yo, I teach my son sign language.
Bro, but it's like you will not. And then I was crying about so much shit. I've talked to mommy these past couple of days. I've been trying to help her out and stuff like that because one of my biggest things is like I don't want to. My husband can be petty if that's what he wants to do, but I'm not gonna lead or leave pettiness.
I'm gonna. What you say earlier?
What?
About how you want to be treated.
Oh yeah, 100%. But then also at the same time, I go back to not. I don't even think this is how I want to be treated versus how I want. I think this is more so of a. I'm not gonna hold you. This feels like a goodbye more than anything else. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going. Yeah, because like the way how I'm treating her, like I'm making sure that she's good. I'm talking to her. I'm like checking up on her and stuff like that. She told me about a couple surgeries that she's been to have, like all these things, and it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel rushed, but it does feel like a goodbye. I'm scared. I don't know. I'm just kind of going the way that God wants. Yeah.
That's where it's from.
But that's why, like, this week has really been an off week. I have not been consistent. I have not written in my journal. I have not written in my planner. Like, I've really just been raw dogging it to the point where Monday I missed my therapy appointment. I'll listen. Like, I be so. I mean, OD tired, bro.
That was the time change too. Ain't nobody got adjusted.
Yeah, nobody.
Dame done slept so much. Like he went up to like 8:30 this morning. Man, I'm like, boy, get up. We're supposed to be up. I don't care about all that partying. We're gonna get up. Gotta do what we gotta do and show up.
True, but I know that time change, especially for him. He like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I'm for real, because he's starting to go to sleep. Like, time he to go to sleep is like 8:30, which is more so like 9 o'clock.
Oh, so he's sleeping 12 hours straight. Shit, I need that.
12 hours straight. It was more so like 1 o'clock, 1:30. Then that's when I told you I heard that long bang. Then it was around what 4:30, 6:35 we woke up, and then wake up. I woke up at 7:30 on the dot. That's because my alarm go off at 7:25, and I be on the extra 5 minutes. All right, sis, last question. What would you say to the women, young girls that feel like their past and their future is kind of like not aligning, like of who she's supposed to become? What would you
Your
say?
past is not supposed to align with your future.
And say that, and say why.
Because your past is your past, bro.
And it don't define you.
It don't define you, but you do what you're supposed to do. You do what you did in your past. Your past is about figuring out. Your whole life is about figuring you out because you change at every step. At every stage of life, you change. When you hit 15, you're not the same person that you were at 15 at 17. You're not the same person that you was at 17 at 25. Okay, you change every single thing. You just have to be steadfast. That is my number one thing. You have to be steadfast in your faith. Number two, take it one day at a time, one lesson at a time, one thought at a time, one emotion at a time. Take it at a time and breathe.
Be present. It's okay to be present in the moment.
Yes.
The Lord is teaching me that now to be present in every single thing, every single interaction that I have with somebody. God is there. Every single thing that I do, God is there. Every single thing that I look at, no matter what I do, no matter what choice and decision that I make, God is there. I feel like as well too, like don't really dwell on your past. Just be thankful that you were brought out of that because that was nothing but God to get you up out of that. So be happy and grateful that you're not there no more, but also be happy and grateful and thankful for the fact that you learned those lessons and were able to really take heed and consideration of what they taught you and what you went through. Basically, just learn. Learn each lesson. Remember, even if you feel like you're about to go back through a loop, figure out before you even enter the loop, how can I get out this loop? I'm definitely one person that goes through the same thing over and over again, and I be feeling like God does that because He tries to remind me and let me know, hey, regardless, all of this is gone. I'm not. Regardless of what goes on and how you feel, bring it to me because I'm gonna fix it. I got it fixed. Let me say that He got it fixed. It just takes for you to go and get there.
I'm gonna repeat the first of all. I'm gonna repeat two things. Number one, I'm gonna take your words. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Number two, Kieran the Light, which is one of my favorite Christian rap artists, he said, "I hate to revisit the past, but I walk in purpose whenever I share." You have to walk in purpose. Because honestly, everything that you did in the past, every lesson that you learn is going to help you in the future. It's going to come back up in the future. A lot of times, lessons are brought to you in different fonts because you didn't learn the first time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, lessons are brought to you through different people with the same font because you didn't learn the first time. That's the same dreadhead, just dark skinned. Okay.
That's the same girl with that same car, same set of house, all that. Even the kids, y'all.
Listen, and also love on yourself. You're not supposed to be perfect. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to have lazy days. It's okay to have slow mornings. It's okay to not have emergencies all the time.
Jesus slept through the storm. And do you know what He said to His disciples?
Why are you making me what?
Forget that. Why have so little faith?
Mm-hmm.
Where the faith at? Just as much faith as you got in that money that's about to go to the bank and getting paid, the same amount of faith you should have.
The same amount of faith that you have in a baby daddy that do not care about you, the same faith that you need to be having in your God and in Jesus. The same faith you be having in them niggas that leaves you every time. It's the same faith you need to be having in the Lord Jesus Christ. Because I just adore this man.
How you feel after the conversation?
I feel better.
I do too. I don't know why I feel lighter.
I do too. I want to cry actually.
Huh?
So I want to cry actually.
I almost started to earlier when you was talking about dad and stuff because I always think about that. Like, what did you go through during that time that I wasn't there? Because I was always there for you, and it wasn't the fact of being there for you. It was just because of how much I love you.
Yeah.
Like I love, I'm a reflection of Jesus when it comes to her. You hear me? Mhm. Mhm.
No, honestly, you know what's crazy? Everybody was talking about because I wanted to taste you so bad. Like I
And it's so
wanted to
crazy
talk to
because I
you.
wanted to text you too, and not. But the thing was, like, I let other things get in the way. Not more so our emotions in the situation. Absolutely not. More so letting life get in the way
Everybody
and
was
doing
in
what
my
I want to do.
ear. Everybody was in my ear, like, oh, she did this. You don't need to talk to her and stuff like that. And I wasn't necessarily listening to him or listening to them. I was more so high. Like I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
care.
You wasn't. Yeah, I was gonna say you weren't there for real.
Yeah, I was. I didn't care because like at that time it was just more so like that's what everybody was talking about. Well, Shabby this and Shabba this and Shabba that, and I'm just like,
I just love how the name roll off the tongue.
did I was at first I was like, bro, did y'all? Is it y'all? Like,
Yeah.
was it y'all in the situation?
Yeah.
Was it y'all feelings?
Mhm.
Apparently, did y'all want a dick? Like, I don't.
Mhm.
At the matter of fact, did y'all wanted the dick too? Like, that's how. Like, I didn't understand. I didn't understand. But I was high as shit the whole time. But honestly, it really got to a point where it was like, I really missed you when it got to the point of like, I was going to the cemetery like every week at that point. Mind you, he's buried across from Big Mom. And that man, first of all, that man took up his and mommy's plots because mommy's supposed to be next to him. No, no. But it's like the whole, and then on top of that, right next to Big Mom is supposed to be Papa.
Right.
It's reserved and everything.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were about to say like somebody else. I said, man, they better go.
No, it's reserved. But all around, like I during that time, I think I needed us to be, or God needed us to be a part at that time.
No, for sure. And that's so crazy because that was the first thing that I said. I remember that because I'm like, we needed that time apart.
Hmm.
And it wasn't like, I feel like if I would have came back, it probably wouldn't have been as smooth
Yeah.
because I probably would have had to been fighting the whole time. And then after it would have been conflict. Man, I probably would have been like, on some time. Shit.
No, for real. And I wasn't like, and I got to the point where I really just wasn't like, I was tired, bro. Like even now, I'm tired of people. Like I'm tired, bro. People don't understand. Like when you hear from trauma, you get tired of it, and
You
you
get
get
tired of a lot of stuff.
yeah. So I don't know. I do feel better though later, but I actually do want to cry. Not just because like I really do miss daddy, and actually going through the stuff that we're going through with mommy. I wish she was here for because I would love to actually sit down and talk to him. Like actually sit down and talk to him. That's actually one of my biggest regrets, boy. One of my
That's
biggest
okay.
regrets, especially because of the night. What happened the night before he died? That's one of my biggest regrets. Oh, those are so much rage,
Yeah.
bruh. But outside of that, um, how do you feel about the people who are listening and just like being inspired and things like that?
How do I feel?
Mm-hmm.
I'm never say happy, grateful. We're literally vessels. We're God vessels. We telling our testimonies, our stories, being authentic. Because that's my biggest thing, being authentic. I don't care what nobody says. Like
Mm-hmm.
the way how Fantastic Faithful Days look is every day is a fantastic day, regardless if it looks, oh, I'm tired or I'm sad. I'm
Mm-hmm.
claiming depression, but
I'm battling with the spirit of depression.
exactly, and
Yeah.
it's just like more so like it's still a great day because I woke up. God let me see a whole another day. So I got another chance to keep walking in purpose, change something that I did from yesterday to today. You know what I'm saying? And having the opportunity to still do in God's will, in God's way. Not my
Mm-hmm.
way, in God's way. So I hope y'all really take heed into understanding the conversation and what we were getting at. And also understanding that we are not children anymore. Understanding that we are really grown women living a life, of walking with Christ, being moms, being wives, daughters, employees, being students, being all of the above, but also recognizing how grateful it is to do what we do and having that ability and strength to do it. And that ain't nobody but God.
Nothing but God.
Nothing but God. Praying out.
Yeah.
Pray out. Pray out. Pray out.
We said we was gonna name it
That's right. What did you say?
something children.
Oh,
the children we were
the
to the
girls we are to the women we are.
Okay. Wait, was there a prayer that you said? It was a prayer last night?
I did it already. That was the
Oh, okay.
Hey, sometimes this may how it look too. It may look like just reading a little prayer and figuring out how to get the words out right.
That's a long one. That's a long one. It's okay. It's okay. I'll pray this out. It's okay. I'll pray this out. All right. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for this time of fellowship between sisters and best friends and wives and mothers and all the things. We just want to say thank you for the titles that you have bestowed upon us, understanding that you are using us to inspire others. Lord, we just want to thank you for giving us another time, giving us another day to have a fantastic, faithful day. We just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be in this wonderful place. We want to say thank you for meeting the people that we have met today in order to help along this journey. We want to bless the viewers. We want to bless each other and make sure everybody has a good day on the day that they see this or don't see this. And we just want to bless your name, God. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right.